all about Dirk Nowitzki and Dwyane Wade's beef, the 2006 NBA Finals between the Dallas Mavericks and the Miami Heat is one of the more underrated series in NBA history. It was a clash between stars, with prime Dirk Nowitzki taking on a young Dwyane Wade and an aging Shaquille O'Neal. The Miami Heat won that series, but it set up the stage for a rivalry that lasted for quite a long time. The Dallas Mavericks went up 2-0 against the Heat in 2006, but then Miami won 4 straight to take the championship. Games 5 and 6 saw Dwyane Wade put up some huge numbers, a lot of it generously padded by free throws. And when Dirk and the Mavs spoke about the referees next season, they drew the ire of Wade, who took a massive shot at Dirk Nowitzki in return. Want to know about it in detail? Well, stay tuned till the end. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will talk all about Dirk Nowitzki and Dwyane Wade's beef. Meanwhile, subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. That being done, let's start. It's no secret that Dallas Mavericks fans hate the Miami Heat with a burning passion. The two franchises may have met just twice in the NBA Finals, but both series were filled with drama between teams. Dirk Nowitzki and Dwyane Wade, the two cornerstones of these teams, were at the forefront of this rivalry. During the NBA ceremony for the top 75 players of all time, both Nowitzki and Wade were on the broadcast booth alongside the crew. Reggie Miller, ever the instigator, insinuated that he might need to separate the two, referencing the Heat-Mavs rivalry of old. Both Nowitzki and Wade laughed it off, albeit a bit awkwardly, saying any beef between them has long passed. Dirk Nowitzki and Mavs fans have every right to still be frustrated at Dwyane Wade and the Heat. The franchise was able to exact revenge for the controversial 2006 Finals series, but in 2011 the Heat took it to a whole new level. With Nowitzki nursing an illness, both LeBron James and Wade mocked the German star. In the end, though, the Mavs had the last laugh in 2011, finishing off the newly formed Big Three in Miami to win the series. Still, most fans still hold their grudges against Wade and the Heat. At the very least, it's nice to see these two titans of the 2000s and 2010s hash it out after a heated rivalry. Now the Mavs look to recapture the same magic of 2011 with Luka Doncic. Both Nowitzki and Wade were selected to the NBA's top 75 list. A ceremony honoring the new additions to the top 50 list was held during All-Star Weekend, which include the Mavs' stars contemporaries like Tim Duncan, LeBron, and Kevin Garnett. Nowitzki's sole NBA championship came in 2011 when an underdog Mavericks squad defeated the Heat in 6 games to shock the sports world. Nowitzki was dealing with an illness in Game 4, and Miami stars LeBron James and Dwyane Wade could be seen on camera mocking him by fake coughing before the teams shoot around for Game 5. "Honestly, I just feel like it was a little disrespectful," he said, "but it didn't add to my motivation, if that makes sense." Dallas went on to beat Miami in Game 5, where Nowitzki scored 29 points and won the series in Game 6. It was a massive shock for the Heat. Sporting their newly formed Big Three that included Chris Bosh, Nowitzki added that he and Wade's relationship was frosty in the following years, but now that the two are no longer adversaries and retired, all is good. "I think we're totally fine. There was some stuff said after the 06 Finals on both sides that weren't appreciated by the other side. There were a few frosty times," Nowitzki said. "Honestly, I think we're way past that. It's also normal. Not every competitor can be friends, right? That's just not how it works." Dirk says they gave us the championship last year, but he's the reason they lost the championship, because he wasn't the leader that he was supposed to be in the closing moments. That's because of great defense by us. But also, he wasn't assertive enough as a leader is supposed to be. This is pretty straightforward and brutal, something that no NBA star would regularly say about one another. Dwyane Wade was young, though he has since admitted that a lot of his beef with Dirk was him acting childish. And Dirk got the last laugh when he beat the Heatles in their first year to win his championship as well. As for the moment, Mark Cuban stepped in to fire back at Wade. Mark Cuban has always been a loud and unapologetic personality, and there are very few things as important to him as the Dallas Mavericks. After Wade took this massive shot at Nowitzki, Cuban stepped in to defend his superstar with some crisp words of his own. "I guess you have earned the right to criticize Dirk with an obvious display of your own leadership skills," Cuban replied. "You are an amazing player, Dwyane. I love watching you shoot free throws. What you know about Dirk's leadership skills is non-existent. You don't have a clue. Your ability to evaluate leadership skills, you obviously have an overinflated value of your own." The rivalry between the Mavericks and the Miami Heat was quite intense, and both teams and superstars got their fair share of digs in. Both won the ultimate prize against the other as well, which makes it even more amazing. The NBA has had a lot of talent in recent years, and many superstars are balling out. But the league needs some great rivalries like this once again. Nowitzki and his Mavericks team took these taunts personally. Being the true professional he was, the German sharpshooter decided to let his ball do his talking. Despite not being in his best shape, the big man put up 29 points, restricted the trio to only 59 points, and managed to take a 3-2 advantage, winning the contest 112-103. Of course, Dallas went on to win Game 6 as well, lifting the Larry O'Brien. More than a decade after the incident, Wade spoke about how he was embarrassed about the taunting dished out to Dirk. The Heat legend discussed it in an interview with Ben Golliver of the Washington Post. Ben asked, "How long did it take you to get over the 2011 Finals loss to the Dallas Mavericks? And because so many people are upset by it, what's your version of events when you and LeBron James coughed in the hallway because Dirk Nowitzki was sick during that series?" I would tell my son not to do something like that. Dwyane Wade on his infamous Dirk Nowitzki mocking incident. More than a decade after the incident, Wade spoke about how he was embarrassed about the taunting dished out to Dirk. The Heat legend discussed it in an interview with Ben Golliver of the Washington Post. Wade answered, "The process took until we got back to the finals again. It was that long. You carry that thing, you don't let it go. Do you get into the season and try to put it behind you? Yeah, but it burns inside you 1000%. The coughing incident was just being young, taking something you didn't think was as serious. And it was serious from the standpoint of sickness and health, and just being a young kid and making fun of something, trying to get a laugh or do something to the camera. I don't even like looking at the clip. I would tell my son not to do something like that. It wasn't anything personal toward Nowitzki. It was just in the moment of the media trying to come up with stories, kind of making fun of it. Okay, he's sick, alright. What other excuse are you going to give him? It became a big thing. Do you mean to do something like that in the moment? Probably not, but you did it. You take it on the chin and move on. That wasn't a hard task for Nowitzki, especially after James and Wade made fun of Nowitzki getting sick during the finals. Video of James and Wade mocking Nowitzki, who played through a high fever in Game 4, made Nowitzki even more motivated to finish off the Heat, according to Barea. When LeBron and Wade started making fun of him by coughing when he got a little sick, that clip really hurt him. He will never say it, but he really saw the tape, and that tape really hurt him. That gave him a little bit extra that he didn't need, but it gave him a little extra to finish them off. All that hatred paid off. Despite being the underdogs, the Mavericks defeated the Heat in 6 games. Nowitzki got his ring and was named the MVP of the series. The Heat would eventually go on to win 2 championships with Boss, James and Wade, but only after Nowitzki got the best of them. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments down below. And that's all for the day, guys. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.